Hi guys, gonna do a quick studio update and it's gonna include a shout out. I'm gonna start with what I'm working on, which is a lot at the minute. In one of the last videos I mentioned that the girlfriend wanted to start playing War Machine with me, so she wanted to get Retribution of Syrah or Syra. It depends on where you're from, the pronunciation changes. So I'm gonna show you that. I have what I've built, and then we'll have a look at the other stuff. So, no, that's just an anime I'm watching in the background. I have an Arcanist. I haven't read the cards for these yet, so I don't know what they do. This is the caster that she got. It's Kalissa. She's meant to be very good. Nice cake on the model. This is a Mage Hunter Assassin. Brilliant model. In-game. Very effective. And then I have, I'm not going to do a turn around on these. I have 4 Stormfall Archers. And then the jack that I bought was a 3-part kit, and I was going to magnetize it, but I don't think it would have worked because the contact points are a bit odd, you could say. For example, this piece here, they're all ball and socket joints, but as you can see they get smaller, so the hand actually glues into that tiny little hole inside that. So you can imagine what trying to glue that big sword on was like. But this is the Phoenix version. I didn't magnetize it, just glued it all together so that we can start playing. I'm going to pick her up later on and give her an intro game. Next thing I want to talk about is I want to do a shout out for James and his stuff. James won one of the prizes in my competition, and he sent me over some Gene Stealers and some Termagants. So I'm just going to move the camera and show you them. So there's a couple of them in there to paint up for him. Now I told him he could send me more if he wanted, because he wasn't sending me that many models, which was grand. And he also sent me this, which was amazing. I was pretty happy with this when I seen it. So I just want to say thanks to James. I'll leave a link in the description box to his channel below, so if you haven't already, please go and subscribe to him. Next up, I want to show you the Helldrake. I have been working on it. If I get it on right now. So what's happened is I have washed all the silver. Besides 1 or 2 bits that I missed, that has to be re-washed because I airbrushed the silver on to get smooth. But after that, I've started laying down the bronze layer for the gold. So that probably need a second coat and probably a wash, but it's very time consuming. So as I do a layer of that, I'm working on this in the background. I started this last night. So it's a Forge Fiend / Mauler Fiend, but the client wants bow options, so the head is magnetized, and that is as far as I've gotten at the minute. You can see the magnet in there, and I've just got the magnet stuck on there. Actually came out a bit, was further in, but it still works, so that's the main thing. That's all that I've built on this guy, because I just got really tired last night, because I built this guy, I built them, then over here I've built 10 Chaos Space Marines. I'll just move this stuff out of the way. So I'm just going to show you them from above. I've started the bronze on this guy. All the silver is done on all of them, and he has bronze on him as well. And then 5. So what I done was I used Vallejo Model Air Black after priming them grey, and then I mixed this Dark Reaper with some airbrush thinner, is it? No, sorry, drying retarder and some glaze medium, and just airbrush that on the top, very similar to the way that I done the Helldrake, just so I can keep it consistent for the client. So I've started working on the metallics. Once they're done, I'll wash them, and then I can start building the other 10-man squad, and then get back to work on the Forge Fiend, Mauler Fiend, And finally, the last thing that I want to show you today is the finished librarian for another commission. So, let you look at him now. This is going to be an on-the-desk update because I'm working on so much at once. So, the base has to be painted black, but I haven't had any black paint out yet, so I just haven't done that. So, I wanted it to look like, because he's a librarian, you know, that he's actually casting a power. So there was a lot of airbrush work involved on the staff and the shoulder pad. It's off one of the Grey Knights, but I just thought with a book and some script on it, you know, it would kind of fit the librarian very nicely. And I done some airbrushing on the light on the front of it. But overall, I'm actually quite happy with how this guy turned out. I love the shoulder pad. It looks a lot brighter on the video than it actually does in real life, which is kind of annoying, but you can't always win. But I'm very happy with it. It looks very cool, I think. Very aggressive biker casting psychic powers. And that's all that I'm working on at the minute. Haven't got anything else. The Quicks models went back the other night and I played an intro game of War Machine against a rep player, so I kind of have an idea how Retribution works now. But I also played an Infinity intro game, and I swore I'd not buy into Infinity because the models are ridiculously hard to paint, and I ordered Ice Storm yesterday. So I've given in. I am getting Ice Storm. I'm selling one half to one of the lads because he wants the Nomad side. So I'm going to have a game in Matt and Infinity Terrain and only one faction. So I have to talk to the woman and see if she wants to play that as well. If not, I'll have to talk to little brother, because Infinity is a brilliant, brilliant game. But when I do get it, I'll show you the terrain and stuff, and we can talk about it then. But for now, for on this table update, I'm going to call it a day, and I'm going to get back to painting because I have a lot to be working on. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of the models that I've painted, am painting, or will paint. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. So cheers for watching, and stay tuned for more.